Hey everyone, I'm Case Aiken. And last week we talked about a Superman analog that didn't live up to his potential. This week I want to talk about one that was never given the chance to live up to its potential. Characters created by Warren Ellis, a complicated figure to discuss in comics, have popped up a number of times in the series. He was very interested in the Superman archetype, and in Planetary, he dealt with what it was like for a world to be robbed of one. Planetary was a book about exploring the weirdness of comics and sci-fi. It was a beautiful book that deconstructed something I loved in every issue. In issue 10, we saw a world much like Krypton, with a being much like Jor-El. With their world near death, he and his mate pinned their hopes and dreams on one last rocket, sent from their world just before the end. And tragically, we're given to know that this last rocket was the straw that broke the camel's back with their world's fragile gravitational field, a morbid bit of irony for the reader. The baby found its way to Earth, and we get such a familiar scene, only to have that hope dashed by a callous metahuman. This was a tale of cynical greed destroying the wonder in the world. In the same issue, we also see a Green Lantern-type creature dissected and his power sent off to create Lamplighter from Apollo and Midnighter's first team. We see Diana shot down as she leaves Themyscira. We see Hope die. And that, unfortunately, is the end of that story. Next time, we'll be talking about a character who, under different circumstances, could have served as the Superman of his world. But until then, stay super, man. Hey, I want to thank everyone for staying to the end of this video. This is kind of an emotional one for me to do because I wrote the original Twitter thread while my grandfather was dying, and I was trying to keep up appearances because at the time I was writing these threads daily and I didn't want anyone to know that something was up. I just didn't want to have to admit what was going on even as I sat next to him. So that's kind of a downer, and I'm sorry that this one's kind of a downer. I didn't want to directly address it in the original Twitter thread or in this video's main content, but that was the deal. Anyway, please do all the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, check out the podcast that went along with this video. It's at certainpov.com, and check out our Discord server. We have a really nice community. They were super supportive of me at the time. I mean, this was a couple years ago, but everyone has continued just to be really wonderful there. So please come join our group. But yeah, have a great week.